Good morning and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show newspaper review segment. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. So this morning we bring you newspaper headlines from the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, and the Daily Post newspaper. Alright, we have headlines such as Akwa Ibom residents groan as fuel price, prolonged blackout hit harder. Also, from the Vanguard newspaper, Tinubu stammer to hold a high-level talks as UK unveils program for historic state visit. And also from the Nation newspaper, rice distribution begins for Ramadan Lent period as well. Now we'll bring you the news stories in details. The government of the United Kingdom has unveiled the official program for the upcoming state visit to Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, scheduled to take place from March 17th to March 19th. The visit will be hosted at Windsor Castle, which will feature a series of ceremonial events, bilateral meetings, and engagements with members of the Nigerian diaspora. According to the itinerary released by the British authorities, preparation for the visit will begin on March 17th with extensive security sweeps, road closure, and rehearsals for the ceremonial procession ahead of the president's arrival. President Tinubu is expected to arrive in the United Kingdom on March 18th, where he will be formally received by Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. This news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu stammer to hold a high-level talk as UK unveils program for historic state visits. Moving on to a story from the Punch newspaper, panic has gripped airport users, residents, and farmers around the Akure Airport environment. Suspected bandits were apprehended in a joint security operation around the facility's perimeter. The incident occurred after local farmers raised an alarm on sighting strange men on motorcycles moving suspiciously behind the airport's operational fence near the Ile-Yowo community in Akure, Ondo State. Eyewitnesses hinted newsmen that tension began when a woman and some young men were seen running from their farms behind the airport fence towards the edge of the runway. They shouted for help, allegedly noticing armed men approaching on motorcycles, and according to airport sources familiar with the developments, the farmers initially feared that they were about to be attacked before security operatives suddenly swooped on the suspects in what turned out to be a planned security ambush. That story was sourced from the Punch newspaper. Suspected bandit nabbed near Akure Airport. This is still newspaper review segment of Carnival Breakfast Show. And if you're just joining us, the headlines that we've taken are that suspected bandit nabbed near Akure Airport, Tinubu stammer to hold high-level talks as UK unveils program for historic state visit. Now moving on to the Nation newspaper. Rice distribution for Ramadan and Lent begin. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed Renewed Hope ambassadors to begin distribution for rice across the 36 states of the Federation to support Nigerians observing Ramadan and Lent. This distribution, according to a statement yesterday by the Renewed Hope Ambassadors Director General and Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, is aimed to strengthen national unity and demonstrating compassion during a period of deep spiritual reflection for both Muslims and Christians. Under the directive, the ambassador will coordinate the distribution through the grassroots network in state, local government area and wards. The statement noted that the initiative reflects the Tinubu administration commitment in standing with citizens during important religious period while fostering solidarity among Nigerians' diverse faith community. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Rice distribution for Ramadan and Lent begins. Lastly, we would be taking a story from the Daily Post newspaper. The sudden hike in fuel price and prolonged blackout in Akwa Ibom State is taking a toll on the people, especially business owners. According to news reports, the residents were bustling to come to terms with outrageous fuel pump prices of 1,300 naira with its attendant hardship. We are hit with a blackout which lasted for almost 3 weeks, crippling businesses. A short distance initially charged 400 naira by tricyclists is now 200 naira. A cold water sold at 50 naira is now 100 naira. Same goes with photocopying of materials, which were formerly 50 naira a page, but now 100 naira. A resident of the Afaha Ube in Oyo, Akwa Ibom State, capital identified as Chi Mobi, who sells ice block, narrated how his business has been grounded since the blackout as he cannot afford to buy fuel at 1,300 naira a liter to power his generator for his business. However, the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company, PHDC, in a statement over the weekend, attributed the current power outage to a line fault at the Aba Utu 13 kV line. The statement assured that power would be restored as soon as possible, as relevant team was working to the effect, urging residents to be more patient. This news was sourced from Daily Post newspaper. Akwa Ibom residents groan as fuel prices, prolonged blackout hits harder. And this is where we wrap up our newspaper review segment of the Carnival Breakfast Show. Thank you very much for listening. Do not forget to stay tuned for our other program, Motivation Talk, Mulkulumuke, as well as news updates by 12. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko, wishing you a great Monday.